So you're an expert at this kind of thing, are you?
Not at all. I've got no idea what I'm doing yet. I'm making it up as I go along.
Have I got all the information on it, do you think? I mean, the Cuba on the cusp, it probably doesn't translate that well into German, does it?
No, what is it in German?
Well, it's nearly 2 months later, and I'm on my way back to Berlin now, and we're going to do the final plan for the exhibition. We've got 2 days to do it. I think we'll be all right. I'm being accompanied by Beth Lazaro, my trusty visual specialist from FAMU days, and we're about on schedule. Of more importance will be the next 2 days when I talk to PR people to discuss the best way to publicise the exhibition. I suppose being a total stranger in Berlin automatically puts you in a corner, and hopefully they're going to point the best way out of it. So
well, we decided that because we only have 2 wall spaces, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in the gallery there, and I think to have only two large ones would be unrelieved.
Be a bit greedy, wouldn't it? For the
It would
back
be
room.
unrelieved to do that.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas here you've now got something to hold your attention to on the wall, and then this really large one to back off from. And I think it's a good balance.
What a nice way to work, eh?
Very nice. Should do this more often.
Well, it's a marathon 4-hour lesson come designing session, but we've got pretty much the groundwork for the exhibition laid down, I'd say. So tomorrow when we get to the gallery at 9:30 sharp in the morning, all we have to do is pick the right pictures. It's 9 in the morning on Saturday. Berlin seems more welcoming than before. I don't know, maybe I'm becoming more attuned to it. So here it is, the Wall Gallery, 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning, all set to go with planning.
That's good as well.
I think they go quite well together on that pillar over there, you know, and they hang together quite well, and the contrast is high, and as the people go past the window, they will see them.
Right.
You know, they're very distinctive. Hang on.
That's one possibility.
Yeah.
And with that possibility, I would put the boys on this one.
On the far, on the
No,
middle.
No.
Yeah.
Facing the wall,
Okay.
facing the street.
Yeah.
Because then they would match the street life, you see, they'd be
Right.
in a similar scale
Yeah.
to the street life. And she, for people walking this way,
Yeah.
would be large enough for people to see. Oh man. Oh man.
You getting some ideas?
Well, we've got too big a selection for the number of walls that are here, but
Oh yeah. It's 3 o'clock and we are at the start of the graveyard shift. We've got probably about another 3 hours to get the most difficult walls completed. You just never know how these things are going to work out. We might get a brainwave in 2 minutes, or we might be stuck for 2 hours. That, I suppose, is the fun of these things.
or possibly 4 horizontals and 2 verticals in the center.
Yeah, it's just a nightmare wall, isn't it?
I'm just saying that's one possibility. Then forget about the column
And match it there.
and just have 2 horizontals here that would match the 2 horizontals here.
The end of a very satisfying day. I must say, we really did get everything done that we could possibly want to get done. We've got 3.5 rooms planned, and we've got 3.5 rooms planned with confidence that it's going to be a really hot exhibition. The pictures used are all the ones I liked and all the ones Beth liked, and that's what it's all about. Now I have to organise a small thing called PR. Monday beckons. We're off on a rather unusual mission this morning to try and find if the Cuban Embassy in Berlin actually opens, or indeed exists. I've heard all sorts of stories. You can't get through to them. They only open about 2 hours a month. The people I've spoken to can barely speak German, let alone English. I don't see any Cuba. I actually found it. Oh well, it was very productive. The gentleman concerned does not appear to be available. He was barely available on the telephone. I think I'll have to get my PR rep, whoever it is I appoint, to telephone them incessantly until they get through. It would be quite good to have, in association with the Cuban Embassy on them, invites, but I don't think there's a chance in hell of getting any money out of them. A kind of sense of inevitability really about that. It's tough. Either way you look at it. There are lots of people in Berlin saying, oh, don't even bother throwing an exhibition. You'll never get anywhere. Just picking up where we left off on Saturday. Betta's gone back to Prague now, but I'm left with the unenviable task of checking all the measurements. And believe you me, they better be right, because all these prints are going to come from Prague, and if they don't fit, then I have only myself to blame. Dear me. It's all getting very technical, this. The terrifying thing is, I've worked out I could drop about the best part of £20,000 doing this whole thing. 6 grand for the gallery, nearly 4 grand for the PR, probably about 5 grand for the prints themselves, and the rest, you know, how much does one spend living for 2 months in a place like Berlin? Well, you know, it's a bottomless pit, but is it worth it? I mean, look at all these arty little boutiques. Is it the equivalent of going to a street in India where they're all selling the same thing? Does it or will it actually achieve anything apart from some giant ego masturbation exercise, after which we all crawl back home and feel rather sorry for ourselves? Maybe I should just donate the money to charity. Well, this PR lark really is developing into quite a nice little Chinese puzzle. All the PR people I've spoken to suggest a different line of attack, and then confirm that their line of attack is indeed the only possible line of attack. And of course, they're all different. In fact, perhaps I'll give up photography and go into PR.